Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So for this week's review, we're going to be testing out £100 worth of XX Revolution makeup. So if you haven't heard of this collection before, this is a new one that Revolution have brought out. However, this one in particular actually incorporates more skincare factors within the makeup itself. When I went on the website and was trying to pick items that I wanted to test for you today, there were so many different options to choose from. It was actually slightly overwhelming, but it just meant that there was something there for everybody. Also within this collection, they've brought out a new concealer as well as two new options of foundation as well, with an amazing 55 different shades. Also looking at the range as well, there seems to be a good variety of different shades to choose from, different tones for different skin colors as well, which kind of segues and leads me on to another thing that I wanted to address within this video. So last week we had Blackout Tuesday, which was in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. There have also been a couple of developments with the George Floyd case. I don't want to get too in depth about my own personal feelings and opinions on that situation, just because it's so easy to get people riled up, say the wrong thing. You know, it's obviously a very uncomfortable conversation, but it's a conversation that needs to be had. I feel like it's so important for us to focus on this issue at the moment, because when we do get to go back into the real world and live our normal lives, we go back to a much kinder, equal and safer place for everybody. I've left links in the description of places that you can read up on information about the movement. I've also left links to places that you can donate as well. I myself have already made a personal donation, and I strongly urge you guys to do anything that you can to help support the movement, whether that be making a donation if you are in a position to, or just reading up on information and reposting it on social media to keep everybody involved in the loop, speaking about the issue, because I feel so many times that stuff like this just gets swept under the rug. Something new comes along and we just start talking about that and forget that it even happened. That cannot happen this time, because something needs to change. No matter how big or small though, racism is racism, and it should not be happening in 2020, like full stop. If I can use my platform in any way to help try and support and make a change, I'm absolutely going to, and I really hope you guys can join me in doing the same as well. This is our world and we need to make it safe for everybody that lives on it. That's just how I feel, and I think how everybody else should feel too, but I just feel like it was something that really needed to be said now more than ever, guys. But yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and turn my notifications on, as well as follow me on my socials. Without further ado, let's get on and play with some makeup today. It feels so weird to try and segue out of what I've just said, but I don't know what else to do, honestly, guys. The world is baffling me right now. Such a weird segue from going to speaking about something so serious to just hopping into a makeup review. It doesn't feel quite right, but it just, this is what we do on my channel, and I know that people use this as an escape to like get away from things, but it needed to be said. Like, we need to keep talking about it. But yeah, like I said in the intro, I went on a bit of a spending spree and I bought £100 worth of makeup. Bought enough for a full face of makeup, potentially. I'm hoping, I'm really fucking hoping that I did. I thought I bought an eyeshadow palette, but I don't seem to see one, and there isn't one on my receipt, so I'm guessing I didn't. Such a pro. This is supposed to be slightly different in the way of they're incorporating skincare into makeup as well. There's also tons and tons of different options of like formulations and things that you can buy. So I saw there was ones for like pores, there was ones for mattifying, which is mainly what I've got because I got an oily skin type. Dry skin, if you just want to be glowy, if you want to be there for a long time and not a good time, or a good time, not a long time. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm literally struggling to get into this box. I actually need to get the receipt up because I don't know what any of this stuff's called. Such a shit review already. So we're going to start off with prepping the skin. So I have here the XX Revolution Cloud Complexion Primer. Look at this packaging. Ooh, I didn't even notice that bit. Yum. Oh, I love this. I was kind of toying between getting the mattifying one to go with the fixing mist that I picked up, but I was like, shit, no, it has to be this, because if you watch any of the promos for the products, they have got some unbelievably stunning products in this collection. Oh my goodness. This is the lid for the tub. We're going to open it up. Oh my god, this smells amazing. This is what it's looking like in the tub. Oh my god, this actually looks stunning. It's like a souffle. I'm just gonna take a bit of that onto my finger. That might have been too much, but we shall see. I can't tell if it's my eyes or if it, oh, that's so smooth, or if it has like a slight iridescent tinge to it. I may just be making that up, and yeah, I definitely have used too much. Okay, well, we're also going to prime my neck and potentially the rest of my body because I've put that much on. Ooh, this actually smells unreal. Down onto the neck. God, I actually felt the loss of subscribers then as I made that noise with my throat. So now I've applied that to my skin, it feels nice. I'm literally not in the right headspace to be making this video today. I'm so all over the place. So I've applied that primer to my skin and it feels really nice and hydrating. Just kind of feels like it has a slightly tacky finish, which is always a good sign. I love primers that finish like that because I always feel like it helps my foundation apply better, which is a lovely segue onto the next product. So I have here the XX Revolution Liquid Skin Faux Double Fix Foundation in shade 9.5. That was such a mouthful to say. I'm really hoping that this is the right shade because I did actually have to order this off the website, and we all know how dodgy it is picking shades off of the internet. So please don't get too upset with me if this isn't correct, because I tried my best, I really did. This is the matte version of the foundation. I believe there is also a more kind of like glowy, hydrating one for the dry skin type. I can't get in anything today. I don't have anything sharp around me. Ah, there we go. Ooh, okay. I really like the packaging for this. It's super bouge. It's also in a glass bottle, which I am always about. That wasn't me dancing, that was just trying to get comfortable. Oh, that was a good sound. Right, we're just gonna go in and see the pump. Oh, okay. So I just accidentally leant that against my hand and there's some kind of like oilage all over the neck. It's really greasy. Is that supposed to be like that? It's not. I mean, it smells incredible. Has something leaked in the box? No, because then the outside of the box. What the? Is this supposed to be like that? Wait, I'm confused. No. I'm just gonna try and power through it because I'm hoping we don't have a problem. I'm really hoping that this is a good shade match. Oh, I mean, it actually might not be as bad as I thought. It's really nice and yellow toned, which is perfect for me. A lot of the time whenever I buy a foundation, it is always too pink or too orange. There's never an in-between. Oh wow, it really is yellowy on my skin. Everybody cross everything you have for this to look okay. I need to get a handheld mirror. I made a terrible mistake when I bought this one from IKEA, but we're just gonna have to make do with what we got. So it's blending really nicely into my skin. It's very full coverage, as you can see. Like, where did all my spot scars go? I'm looking at my face in the viewfinder and I'm not convinced. However, I'm looking at my face in the mirror and it looks like a different story. I'm hoping that once I've applied like concealer and blusher and stuff, oh, plot twist. Whoa, no, really doesn't look good in the viewfinder. That's so wild that it can look so different like on camera versus what I'm actually seeing in front of my face. I'm just gonna have to make it work because I don't have any other shades of this. I'm just gonna put it out there, guys. This dries incredibly quickly, so I'm like trying to blend the quickest that I can, but it's not wanting to. I think it's my light that's making me look like a Simpson. I don't understand how it can look so different in my mirror versus on the viewfinder. It's actually giving me a bit of a complex. So now I have the Super Fix Concealer in shade 9.5 also. I think, did I get 9? I got exactly the same shade. I keep getting random wafts and I actually think it's the foundation scent. I don't know what that smell is, but it smells unreal. Also, whilst I was gone getting a beauty blender, I got some scissors so I can get into stuff better. Cool. So we've got the same really nice squared off packaging. I think this is actually made of plastic and it is slightly lighter, but it's got, like I said, almost exactly the same square. Please don't spray everywhere. Oh my god, why am I struggling so much with everything today? Come out. Oh. What in the hell is that? I've never seen an applicator that kind of shape before. It's almost like a shoe or like a ballerina's foot. Doesn't have the same scent as the foundation, which is disappointing because I very much was enjoying it. That was one dip into the product. Just gonna blend out the concealer now. Blend it out, up and down. Up and down. Okay, so the concealer's not too bad. I probably could have done with a slightly lighter shade, as I like to have a little bit of a brightening effect under my eyes. Definitely looks like it's more of a full coverage situation. You know, honestly, I've never used an applicator that is in this kind of shape, but I didn't realise how much I need it because it's so much less work, because it's just kind of like on a point, and that's the point that you would press against your... I'm just gonna stop talking. It sounded like it made more sense in my head and it was actually a valid point, but I still can't get over the way that I look in the viewfinder versus what I'm seeing in front of me. I think it is my lighting and my camera that's kind of doing me the dirty today. Do be warned, both of these formulas for the foundation and the concealer dry super quick, so work fast. Oh, I love this packaging. So nice. Stop doing sneaky previews. So it turns out I didn't actually remember to buy a powder, which is also fantastic. 10 out of 10. Congratulations on what you do. So I'm just gonna go off camera and powder in the places that I need to, but honestly this foundation has dried so matte, it kind of doesn't feel like I really need a lot. So next up we have the XX bronzer in the shade Chaos. Look at the packaging for this, it's absolutely insane. I never really get precious about packaging for anything, like as in the boxes themselves that the products come in, but oh my goodness. Suddenly just turned into an ASMR video. Look at this. Oh, I'm loving this already. It's got the nice XX logo on the clasp of the product. Yum. Got a really nice mirror, look, there you are. And then also we have the nice kind of like XX logo imprinted into the pan itself. Doesn't smell stunning, but it looks amazing. I'm hoping that this is gonna help kind of like save the whole Simpsons moment that I'm having right now. Oh, this is nice. Just applying the bronzer in the places that I normally would, so onto my cheekbones, up to try and hide my 5 head. I really like this mirror. I really like this mirror. Oh, that was too much. Okay. Guys, be careful. This is a very pigmented bronzer, so a light hand would not go amiss, she says, as she's literally just like packing it on something. Oh no. Aishman, what are you doing? I always blend it into my hairline just because there's nothing worse when it stops. I'm very guilty of doing this in the past, so don't come for me because I already know I came for myself. Honestly, I love the way that this blends. It blends really nicely like into my skin. It's not moving any of the foundation around on my face that I can see, like everything is super set into place. There is a little bit of dustiness and fallout into the pan, but like nothing too major. I'm just gonna use that excess though to contour my nose. Another thing that I wanted to address within this video, actually, it's funny that came up, is that lots and lots of people in my comments are saying that I look like Gabby Hanna. And I don't see it, and no one else that I've asked like in my normal life has said it too, but like quite a few of you guys have said it recently, and I don't know, I really don't see it. Let me know in the comments if you think that I look like Gabby Hanna or not. I love to try and contour my nose to the point where it looks so snatched that I actually can't breathe. That's such a silly thing to say. Oh. Like I said, light hand, people, light hand. Upgrades, people, upgrades. I think I managed to fix this in a not really kind of way. I bet everyone at home is screaming like, you look absolutely horrendous. Next up we have the XXposure highlighter in shade Frequency. Yeah, Frequency. Not as exciting of a packaging as the other one, but I still really vibe with it, so it's always a good sign. Oh, the compact is cracked somehow already, although it's the same kind of packaging as the other one. Like nice, cute, like pink iridescent looking box. That was a lot of words. As long as, look at this. Oh my goodness, this is stunning. Can't remember if I mentioned shade Frequency, but a really beautiful, like deep champagne-y shade. I'm gonna swatch this on the back of my hand first. Yum. Double yum. I'm just gonna use that little bit on the tip of my nose. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Guess down in the comments how many coffees I had before I started filming this video. You'd be surprised. Unfortunately, quite a lot of fallout in the pan, but look how glowy my skin is, like, yum. So next up we have the XX Revolution Fine Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Deep Brown. This is what the brow pencil is looking like out of the packaging. This is wild, like it's weighty as well, like it's very high quality materials that they're using for this collection and I'm loving it. A mega fine brow pencil. I love this because I hate having thick crayon brows. I used to do that by accident all the time and I've learned from my mistakes. I'm just gonna brush my brows upwards and outwards. I'm gonna do my brows the way that I used to, where I just used to very minimally fill them in rather than abusing them with soap like I normally do now. Just gonna fill in the sparse areas. So this is the brow done versus the brow that's not done. You can definitely see there's a difference, but it's very nice and subtle, which is what I like. Okay, so that was my brows done. Like I said, it was a very subtle difference, but it was just the boost that they needed. Just having a look at my skin in the viewfinder, it does look really nice and like glowy on the camera. However, when I'm actually looking at it quite up close, my skin does look more on the drier side, which is something I am not used to seeing because, like I said, I'm oily AF. One thing I potentially would recommend is if you are using this foundation and you are quite oily, maybe try to resist over powdering just because you probably will regret doing that. Next up, we have the Revolution XX FliXX eyeliner. This is a liquid eyeliner in the shade black. I also believe that there is another one in a white shade. Really cool theme for this eyeliner pen as well. Let's just have a look at the liner. I bought the white one. How did this happen? It literally says black on it. I don't understand. Does it like turn black or something? True black felt tip liner. Yeah, well, it's not, is it? Is it like a luck of the draw and you sometimes get what you want or not? I don't get it. Also, the thing is bone dry. Am I missing something? Am I supposed to like wet it? I don't understand. Oh, okay, there's something else going on here. Hang on. I've just pulled this out of the box and firmly click down the bottom of the end of the pen. What? Lay the pen on a flat surface. Wait a few minutes for the ink to fill the brush tip. Once the black liner has filled the brush tip, glide and go. Okay. I did not see that coming. Is there a way that we can do this together? Because I'd love that. I don't know why I've suddenly turned into such a creep. Okay, I'm gonna shake it. Oh, I literally got so mad then and I don't know why. Okay, so I've done the click. Is that enough? Do I need to click more? It said leave it on a flat surface, so if I just pretend that my hand's flat. So this is the current situation. Okay, whilst that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go pee because honestly I might actually piss my pants. Okay, so I've now returned from my pee break and the pen has gone black. What is happening? Help me. Lovely, so that's one eye done. I think now that I have had a chance to think about that whole scenario that just went down, because honestly that was another roller coaster of emotions. I think that's potentially like a defense mechanism to stop the eyeliner from drying out so quickly. I mean, one thing that I will say about this liner is that it had just enough ink for you to draw your lines without it drying out in the process, but also not too little ink so you're not dragging it across your eyes and it just isn't working out. So I'm now going to go in with the Quick Fix Mattifying Fixing Mist. I showed you this for like 0.2 seconds earlier on in the video if you're paying attention. There are tons of different versions of this as well as the primers, but oh my goodness, look at this packaging, girl. I am living for it. This has witch hazel and tea tree extracts in it. Helps to reduce shine, mattify skin whilst holding makeup in place. Oh my goodness, that smells absolutely incredible. So to finish this look, we've got the Extra Glow Strobe Liquid Lip Gloss. Oh, yum. This looks really nice. Look at this. It's kind of like an ever so slightly peachy gloss. A little bit pink, a little bit champagne-y, a little bit up my street. Get lip gloss. Oh. Oh, okay. This is not what I was expecting. I'm not sure whether or not I'm vibing with this shade just because when I'm looking at myself in the mirror and the viewfinder, it looks oddly similar to my foundation shade. However, it's not all doom and gloom potentially for this lip gloss. I feel like maybe if I applied a different shade of lipstick underneath and then used like a very small amount of this as a topper, it might kind of bring that lipstick to life a bit more, but what do you think? So that is it for this week's video, testing out a full face of new XX Revolution makeup. If you enjoyed this, make sure you give it a like because it really does help me out a lot. All of the products that I've shown you today will be linked in the description bar below in case you want to try them for yourself, along with those links that we spoke about earlier in this video. Make sure you go over to those websites and check out what they have to say, donate what you can and raise awareness in any way that you can as well. It is so important that we really focus on this and try to make a change in our world because we just can't keep going on like this, guys. It's absolutely mental. But make sure if you haven't already that you subscribe to my channel as well as turn your post notifications on to be told every time I upload, as well as following me on my socials. Thank you again for spending your time with me this week. I hope you have a super lush rest of your day as always, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye!